Cedric, are you coming over again?
Huh? Feels like there's some kind of an annoying and gross presence that's come begging for me. Oh well, if it's not my 40-year-old shut-in sister, Robin. Are you still shutting yourself into that place of yours with no desire of ever coming out? You happen to have a penthouse on the top floor of that beautiful building, but it's all going to waste on you.
The only reason I'm never coming out of this room is because I don't ever want to run into you or your wife. I get that both Mom and Dad will let you into their lives all the time, but I hate having you guys around.
Huh? Why is that?
If I'm to leave my place at any point in time, you and your wife try to come in here and mess with things. And there are even times you both will come and take things of mine back to your guys' house.
You and I are family, so it's totally okay for us to have some of your things.
No, it's totally not fine. I've had to start going to the bathroom in my room in order to not ever have you guys coming in and stealing things from me. And when I'm hungry, I can only eat these emergency rations I've saved up so that I don't have to go out.
Huh? What the heck? You're a crazy woman. Hearing you say things like that about your lifestyle really makes me want to come over to your place even more.
What?
Hey, tonight I'm going to be staying over there. Please and thank you.
Huh? Go away! This is not the place that you and your wife can come over to and do anything you want at. And this doesn't only go for you two, but Mom and Dad as well, all right?
Huh? What the heck are you going on about now? Take a look at yourself in the mirror for me and tell me all that again.
What? That doesn't even make any sense.
Oh, it does. You are in your 40s now, yet you still plan on living in Mom and Dad's penthouse for the rest of time? You're like a parasite to those two.
Huh?
I don't want to hear your huh anymore. Listen, Robin, that penthouse is supposed to be going to someone like me, as I'm the older brother. Which means that I have the right to choose who lives in there and who doesn't.
Wait, I really want to know what the frick is going on with you right now. This penthouse is not Mom and Dad's place, and it sure as hell is not going to become yours anytime soon.
Huh? I really want to know myself. What is going on with you? Like I've been saying, you have no right to still be living there. Mom and Dad still live in that place with you, which means that the place is theirs, right?
Did you already forget everything I explained to you before?
Oh, I know the story. About how that place happens to be your fiancé's, but as of right now, he's overseas and can't do anything about us here.
So you do remember what I was telling you about?
Do you think I'm actually going to believe you have a fiancé who's overseas now? I've never even met this fiancé of yours before, and why the hell would he choose to go overseas when he should be thinking about marrying you? This must mean he's not real.
I told you that he was assigned to go overseas for work, though.
You're crazy.
Do you want me to get him on the phone right now and have him talk to you? I can ask him right now, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to do a video call with you so that you can see his face.
Ah, that's right! You're going on about your fictional boyfriend now.
What?
Come on now, you're too old for that crap, alright? It's sad for me to hear something like that about my little sister, to be honest. I guess you really are the kind of person who won't ever change their ways unless they are met with a cold, hard truth.
What are you talking about?
No worries, it's nothing. Well, I want you to enjoy whatever time there is left for you to be living as a shut-in here.
Isaiah, can you talk right now?
Hey, Robin! It's like 2 in the morning there right now, right? You don't have to call me all this time, alright? I don't want you to have to overdo things just because there's such a difference in time between us.
Yeah, I know. Normally I would have called you at an earlier time when you were just getting up or something. But this time I have something I needed to talk about with you when you're not still sleepy.
Well, if that's important, then maybe it was the right idea, calling me when I'm fully awake. Is it about your parents again?
Well, my parents are a part of this. Actually, they've gotten my brother and his wife involved now.
You kidding me?
At first, I was fine with only my parents staying here for a bit, but, well, they seem to keep sticking around in this house and have no plans of leaving. And I guess that's led my brother to think that he can stay here now.
So they think they could just move into a house that's not theirs and live there forever? I guess if they already have their things there, and there's no way of really forcing them out without some good reasoning.
I think so. When it comes to me letting my parents stay here at first, it was due to them not being able to pay rent on their place because it had gone up so much. And you said yourself that it was fine for them to come and stay for a while, so I let them move in. But while they've been here with me, my brother started to think that this place has been Mom and Dad's all along, and now he wants to live here too. Of course, it's not helping that my parents won't move out.
Kicking them out or asking for them to never come again is probably a really hard task for you to handle alone, right? I'm not talking about your parents right now, but just your brother and his wife.
I've tried that already, but my parents keep letting them in, forcing me to shut myself into my room while they're around. And what makes all of this worse is that when they've been coming over, they will take things, even from our room. I've had to start putting all the more valuable things in here with me and make sure to keep the room door locked at all times with me in here. Sometimes they'll be in the house for the whole day, and I'll have to force myself to go to the bathroom in here and eat some of our canned foods. Right now, my brother thinks I'm some sort of freak because I never leave my room anymore.
That's not good at all. And actually, if they're stealing things from the penthouse, you could call the police on them.
Well, I've been wanting to, but I thought it would be best to wait for you to come home since it's not my penthouse. And as of right now, it's a 1 versus 4 situation with me going against my whole family. Calling the police at a time like this would most likely make things worse for me.
Hey, Robin? Out of all things you happen to have, how much of it is things that you could, never live without and would like to hold on to for as long as you can?
Huh? Let me think.
This isn't meant to be a trick question or anything. I just want to know how much you have that you would not want to lose.
Well, to keep the list short, I'd have to say clothing and jewelry that you've given me all this time and the engagement ring I have. Also my laptop that has all my work information on it and all of my backup hard drives and such. And also the pressed flower collection that I got from my grandpa before he passed away. What about that printer I have? Do you think that's something we could always buy again?
Good point. I think that could be bought again if needs be.
Well then, I guess those are the only things I'd never want to lose.
Alright. Do you think you can fit all of those things into one large moving box or something like that?
Right. All of those things I've listed off aren't big or really that heavy on a way. So I could probably get them all into one decent-sized box. Can you tell me why you're asking me things like this?
Sure. I was planning on telling you what'll happen come morning over there for you. But well, I'll let you know now. Next week I'm planning on coming back to the States for a little bit.
Wait, really? Does this mean things are finally...
That's right. It seems that things have gone a lot quicker than I'd expected here, so... Well, I'll be able to stay in the US for about 3 months or so this time, so I was thinking during that time, you and I can figure all of this out.
Understood. Well, I'll do whatever I can here to start getting things off to a good start for us.
Alright. If you can help me out with that box you'll pack up, with all the things you don't want to lose, that would help. Well then, do you think we can call it here for now? It's the middle of the night for you there, and I'm sure you're sleepy, right?
Well, I'm a little sleepy, actually.
Then you need to go to sleep. When there are more things for me to have you do, I'll send you the list and you can get started on them.
Alright then.
Maybe I'll send it in a few hours here.
Then I'll read it when I get up.
Please. Well, good night, Robin.
Good night, Isaiah.
Hey, Robin! Today I want you out of this penthouse.
What?
Mom, Dad, my wife, and myself all got together and had a little chat. You've been trying way too hard to get Mom and Dad's money, haven't you? You're also in your 40s now and still haven't gotten married. Instead dreaming about a fiancé that's not even real.
Did you ever stop to think that the reason I might not be married yet is because I happen to have a useless family that is always leeching off me?
You have no right saying that about us when you're an old hag that can't seem to tell lies from reality. To get you to wake up from that stupid dream about some fiancé you think you have? We're making you homeless!
So you're saying that the four of you are going to kick me out of this penthouse?
Well, when you say we're kicking you out like that, it makes the four of us look bad. I'm just trying to help my little sister get back to reality. And that requires us to be a little hard on you.
Well, I'm not even there anymore.
Huh?
I wasn't able to relax in that place while you and your wife were there. So, before having to deal with any of you guys anymore, I made my move.
Oh! Amazing!
All of the things in my room are no longer needed by me, so go ahead and take whatever you'd like from there. That goes for the whole penthouse as well.
Really? I see! And just so you're still aware, I'm gonna be taking over this penthouse now. So, it was all gonna be mine whether you gave me permission or not.
Well, please take great care of Mom and Dad for me.
Like you did anything to care for them. All you were was a cruddy parasite to them that locked yourself away in their house. Goodbye forever! Hey, Robin! A freaking lawyer is here! He's been going on about whose place this is and whose name is on it! What the hell is all this about?
I'm sure that the lawyer has already explained that part to you, right? My fiancé, the one with his name on the penthouse, making it his, is asking you and the 3 other squatters there to get the heck out of his place right now.
What are you going on about? This is Mom and Dad's place?
I told you so many times already now that it's not.
But Dad said...
Both Mom and Dad had to end up stumbling into that place with me because the 2 of them are too stupid and hopeless to help themselves anymore. And after they started to force themselves to live with me long term, you start to think for no good reason that the place was Mom and Dad's and that you could come anytime you pleased. Are you starting to realize how stupid that was of you and that there's no way out of this now?
Huh? Why are you trying to blow so much smoke up my butt?
Are you kidding me? I'm not blowing any smoke. Dad was fired from his job almost a year ago.
He was fired?
He was at a party for work, and there was a new employee that he wasn't really fond of, and so he decided to pour beer all over them. And well, that new employee just so happened to be the CEO's son.
The CEO's son?
Because of that, the company started to investigate Dad and found a full list of compliances that he'd been recorded causing. The company, after seeing all that, decided Dad was too far gone to be retrained or helped in any manner and chose to fire him.
What the heck?
After being fired, he was far too old for any other companies to want to hire him, and that led to him no longer being able to afford the apartment he was renting with Mom. So I went and asked my fiancé if it'd be okay for them to stay with me for a little while, and he said that was fine.
Are you being serious right now?
I really thought that by having that lawyer show up at the front door, you would have all realized that I was not playing around with you all, and neither is my fiancé.
Are you kidding me though?
I'm sure you've already heard this, but that penthouse is being set for sale. So you all go back to your apartment or wherever right now.
What?
And this means you'll be taking Mom and Dad with you as well.
No! You hold it right there! I've had enough of this crap from you. Luckily for my wife and I, we haven't gotten rid of our apartment just yet, so we can make things work. But it's not big enough for Mom and Dad to be coming there too.
Is that so? You've been in that penthouse for a month now, right? Have you not been the one taking care of Mom and Dad this whole time there?
I want you to come back and take these 2 hags with you.
That's not going to happen, though.
Why the hell not?
Because I'll be moving overseas with my fiancé soon to a brand new world without any of you guys around.
What? You're moving overseas?
He is still required to be overseas for work for some time now. So we've decided that the 2 of us are just going to buy a house there, and that'll be our new home. He was actually able to get me a visa as well, because he pulled some strings to make it look as though I'm already his wife. So the 2 of us will be going earlier than expected. We've already finished up our packing and everything.
No way, no way! You stop all of that right now and come back here!
I told you, that's not happening.
Bull crap! And do you really think you'll be able to live in a completely new country all alone? You're in your 40s now, and have lived your whole life spoiled by Mom and Dad, never working a day in your life. You really think you can speak another language that'll allow you to live well? Good freaking luck!
You know that I'm a translator?
A translator?
I only started doing it after being proposed to by my fiancé, but I've learned that I am really good at it.
Are you... You're kidding.
I've been with my fiancé for over 5 years now, by the way.
What?
I told him that the reason I didn't want to marry him yet is because all my family is toxic and I didn't want him being dragged into all your guys' drama. But he was very accepting of that and told me he'd wait until I'm ready to be his wife. He's so loving, and he has always been there to take care of me. He even let me stay in his penthouse this whole time while he's been overseas.
Wait.
And, well, seeing that he's even gone to lengths to get me to move to another country with him, I have an answer.
Wait.
Once he and I are on that plane heading to our new house, I'm never coming back to the US.
I told you to freaking wait!
And with that, goodbye forever. A few days after that, my older brother and his wife got a divorce. I guess that his wife started to realize the risks of living with him as her husband were getting way too high and made her choice on the matter. And as for that apartment she'd been living in with my brother, it happened to be under her name. My brother and both my parents were kicked out of her place then and forced to become homeless for a few days as they marched over 20 miles to get to a family friend of theirs' house. They were allowed to all reside there for a little while, and while doing so, it seems that my dad started to look for work again online. I thought that luck was on their side this time and that they would finally be able to get back on their feet, but that's when I found out the 3 of them have loads of debt. And by the looks of it, those 3 are never going to be able to break free from this life of never having any money, and should get acquainted with life as poor people. As for myself, I received my visa and was able to leave the US with my fiancé. He was so happy to finally have me for good this time, and wanted me to know he'd never leave my side again. And when we touched down in a new country, away from my family, he asked me if we could get married that month, and I said yes. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story.
Sasha! Sasha, are you there? I have something I really need to talk to you about. It's about the $1,500 you send me every month. The thing is that I went to the bank today to make sure that it had been deposited, but it wasn't there. Hi, Mom. Yes, that is right. The money hasn't been sent yet. It is still the 24th. I send the money on the 25th every month, remember? Oh, is that right? I suppose it is, isn't it? I guess I was just one day off. Oops. But really, Sasha, you should know better than to get my hopes up like that. Now it feels like I've lost all that money. I think that as a fine for your bad behavior, you should send me the money right away. I'm sorry, Mom, but that is not going to happen. What did you just say? You insolent little brat. Are you not listening to your own mother now? I don't even know who you've become, but you certainly aren't the daughter I raised you to be. Mom, I don't want to fight, so I am not even going to touch on what you just said. But anyways, I only have $1,000 in the bank right now anyways. Are you serious, Sasha? Honestly, what kind of person did I raise if you don't even have basic common sense about how to spend and save money? I bet you just wasted it all on frivolous things. Well, fine. If that's all you have to send to me right now, then I guess I will take it. No, Mom. That's not all the money I have to send you. It's all the money I have. I can't send it to you. I don't want to hear any excuses. Send me that $1,000 this instant. And of course, I'll still be expecting the $1,500 as usual tomorrow. Mom, you are not listening to me. Again. I can't send you the $1,000, and I certainly won't be able to pay you that plus your usual $1,500. Why does it seem to be your goal in life to disappoint your own mother, huh? I don't care if you can't do it. Just make it happen. Mom, how am I supposed to afford basic things for myself if I do that? So now you're saying that you think your life is more valuable than my life. I cannot believe what I am hearing from you, Sasha. Now you go to the bank right away and transfer that money into my account. No, Mom. That won't be happening today. But tomorrow, I promise you that your money will be there like it has been every month for almost a decade now. Excuse me. You will listen to your mother. Do you understand me, young lady? Okay, Mom. I need to get back to work. We will talk later. Sasha! You respond to your mother, or you are in big trouble! Do you hear me? Hey, Sasha. Is everything alright? You look like something was really bothering you at work today. Oh, Jack. Did I really? Don't tell me that your mom has been getting on your back again. Well, basically, yes. She mixed up the date and thought that she would be getting her money today when it is really getting there tomorrow. But she got so mad at me for her own mistake and was complaining a lot. Even after I pointed out to her that it is still the 24th, she just got even more upset. Then she said that I should pay her $1,000 today as well as her usual $1,500 tomorrow to make up for getting her so angry today. Wow. She really has some nerve. I am really sorry to hear all that, Sasha. But don't tell me that you actually paid her all of that. No, of course not. I don't fall for her games that easily, you know. Yeah, I imagine you must have a lot of experience dealing with her by this point. You've got the patience of a saint, Sasha. Thank you. That really means a lot that you said that. And also, I'm sorry for not asking if you were okay in person at the office when I noticed. Oh, Jack. I'm not your responsibility. You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I know that you have plenty of work that you need to take care of. That, and it wouldn't really solve the real problem at hand anyways. So it really is okay. I see. Well, I appreciate you talking to me about all this. By the way, Sasha, you've been sending your mom this money every month for 10 whole years. I didn't want to say anything earlier, but I'm worried that if something doesn't change soon, this might really start affecting us and our financial future. I know, Jack. You're right. But that woman... You know it was her cheating on my dad that caused my parents to split up. And because of that, my mom wasn't granted any alimony. And then my dad ran off and never paid any child support. And even without all that money, she was able to raise me and see me off through high school. But now all she says whenever I tell her no is that I should be more grateful to her for all that she has done. Sasha, none of that is your fault, and it is absolutely not something that I think you ever need to apologize for. But I think that we might have some big changes coming in our lives soon, and it is time to seriously consider our future as a family. You're right, Jack. Right about everything. Oh, and that reminds me. You still haven't told your mom that we moved in together, right? No, I haven't gotten around to it yet. And does your mom still not even know who I am? That's right. But it's not just your name. She doesn't even know you exist. I think I have an idea of how we can use this to our advantage. What do you mean by that? Sasha, I'm going to ask you to trust me. I think I have a really good idea, but I want you to leave it up to me. What is it? Well, your mom just really seems to be driven by her emotions, which can change on a dime. So I think we can use that. But I'll tell you more about my plan later. Okay. That sounds good, Jack. Sasha, we have a serious problem, and you better fix it. A problem? But I already got the confirmation from the bank that the $1,500 was transferred into your account. Yes, the usual payment was deposited, but you are still $1,000 short. Mom, we talked about this the other day, remember? I said that I couldn't and wasn't going to pay you that $1,000. I have been living on the bare minimum so that I could send you the money. In fact, the way things are going now, I might have to start sending less, or nothing at all. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mom? This is serious. Well, yes. Everything you said is true. I'm glad you understand. Okay then. I still have some housework I need to get to, so I'll be leaving. Hold it right there, young lady. Because I need to tell you, I've actually thought of a way that you could send me $10,000 a month instead. What? Mom, is this another one of those pyramid schemes? I'm going to ignore that because I'm kind. And because in order for this to work, I need your help. Oh, jeez. Okay, Mom. Tell me about your plan. Because if I am being honest, I have a difficult time believing that something claiming to make an instant $10,000 is anything but some terrible scam. Either you getting scammed or you trying to scam someone else. This isn't going to get us into any trouble with the police or anything like that, will it? Of course it's nothing like that. Everything is going to be fine. Okay then. Tell me about your plan, Mom. Sasha, my plan is that you are going to marry a man that I have picked out for you. Excuse me? I'm going to what? Besides, this will be a good thing for you too, won't it? You'll end up with such an amazing husband. This guy is the president of an IT company. That means he has got to be loaded and certainly won't miss $10,000 every month if it's for his mother-in-law. Mom, I really don't even know what to say to this. Where can I even start? I know! It's all happened so fast that even I can hardly believe it. But yesterday, a man came to visit suddenly and told me his whole story. I was so shocked. I don't really have the full story on him, but I guess that somehow he saw you and knew that it was love at first sight. I'll be honest with you, Sasha. I really don't know what a man like that would see in a daughter who is only good for sending her mother money. And barely so at that. But I always say to never look a gift horse in the mouth. So here we are. And besides, none of that matters at the end of the day, because if you marry him, then he'll surely pay me my $10,000 a month. Mom, don't you think all of this sounds a little too good to be true? I thought the same things. But don't worry, dear. Your mom did her research. He even had papers to show me to prove who he was. He even gave me a signed note guaranteeing all of what he was saying. So you see, there really is nothing to worry about. The only thing left for you to do is marry this guy. Mom, this is all happening so fast. I have to think about now. I think I'll need a little time to reorganize my thoughts. I'll message you back soon. Jack, did you happen to pay a visit to my mother recently?
Oh, Sasha. I did actually. I was just about to message you to talk about it. Let me guess. Your mom messaged you just now?
Yeah, like just a minute ago. I couldn't really understand everything she sent, but she was telling some story about how some rich guy who fell in love with me promised my mom $10,000 a month if I married him, or something like that. She said he even gave her a signed document guaranteeing all of this.
I wonder if the note said something like, in exchange for receiving Sasha as a bride, I will stop the monthly payments of $1,500. $10,000 will be paid in reconciliation.
Jack, what did you do?
And then it probably continued on to say something like, given that giving away her only daughter will prevent her from living the life she is used to, Lois Green will be paid $10,000 to upkeep her lifestyle. Or something to that effect.
Jack, what is all of this?
What's the matter? Did I say something weird?
Yeah. Do you think this is normal?
I guess not. Anyways, after that, I also went to go pay a visit to your dad, too.
What? You went and saw my dad?
And Sasha, you are not going to believe the lie that your mom has been keeping up this whole time.
What? You mean my mom has been hiding something?
Sasha, your dad actually did pay your mom alimony as well as child support.
Are you serious?
Every month he sent her $1,500, just like you. He kept it up every month for years until you turned 18, when the payment stopped.
So then, she lied to me. For all these years.
I guess so. I'm so sorry to be the one to be telling you all of this. But your dad said that he never missed a single check because he wanted what was best for you. He said there were times when he was living on the edge of bankruptcy, but still made his payments every single month.
But in high school, Mom made me find a part-time job because she said we didn't have enough money and I would need to contribute.
Well, you have all this information now. You can confront your mom if you really felt like it.
I don't really know. But something is telling me that this would be better left alone.
Are you sure about that?
If you have some kind of plan to make everything right, then I am all ears. But I really just don't have the stomach to try and directly confront my mom. But thanks to what you've just told me, I really feel as if I could finally cut her off and be at peace with it. Maybe it would just be easier if I faded out of her life.
If that is what you think the best decision for you is, then I won't say anything. Anyways, I also went and picked up the marriage documents. Would you mind if I went over to your place?
Of course you can. I'll see you in a bit. Sasha! Guess what? Jack, that man I was telling you about, he just transferred $10,000 to my bank account. I guess that must mean that you finally came to your senses and married him, huh? That must be it. I knew deep down you were a good girl who listened to her mother. And now I get $10,000 a month! You really did finally make your mother proud. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, right. I see what happened. You're mistaken. He actually said he's going to cease all payments. What? No. You're mistaken. He is stopping your payment of $1,500 and replacing it with his $10,000. Oh, are you sure about that? Don't start with me, Sasha. Of course I'm sure. Anyways, I've already moved out of my old apartment and decided to live in a hotel suite from now on. And with this kind of money coming in, I won't even have to keep my job. I quit earlier today, actually. Oh, Sasha. It's like I've become some sort of celebrity or something with the lifestyle I'll have now. It is so great having so much money. I'm just so happy. Sasha, I need you to transfer that $10,000 to my bank account right now. Oh, this is really bad. I reached out to Jack again and told him that we had an agreement and that he offered me $10,000 a month in exchange for marrying you. And he turned around and told me that $10,000 a month was never part of the agreement. He told me that he agreed to pay me $10,000 as a kind of ballast to help me while I figured out how to live on my own since you wouldn't be paying me anymore. But that's not all. Then I got a call from a lawyer claiming to represent your father, claiming that I was misusing the child support money. How did it all come to this? I just don't understand. This is really bad. I don't know what to do. I thought I would be getting all this money monthly. That's why I chose this hotel. Between the room fee and room service, I've already gone through all the money. Oh, this is bad. Really, really bad. That's why I need you to listen to me right now, Sasha. I need you to send me the $10,000 instead. That way, I can buy some time for myself and try to think of a way out of this mess. Hurry and send the money now! Are you listening to me, Sasha? Sasha, are you there? It's an emergency. The money I asked for never made it into my account, and so I had to check out of the hotel. I thought that I would go to live together with you in your apartment, but when I got there... Sasha, why didn't you tell me you had some other girl roommate? And then I tried to call your work so I could talk to you. And they told me that you transferred out of the company 6 months ago. Did you move? Sasha! I know you're there! You can't just abandon your mother like this, Sasha! Answer me right this second, or you'll be in big trouble! Sasha! So, my mom was really in a bind. We were worried that she might try and show up at our office one day. But then we realized that without money, there was no way she could afford to travel all the way to come see us. That's why I think she made the smart choice to apply for a job at a temp agency not far from her home. She was so blinded by money that she thought nothing would ever go wrong for her again. And now she works around the clock in horrible conditions for a lousy company, barely eking out an existence. I received messages from her asking for help. To be honest, after supporting her for all these years, as terrible as she was even, it still wrenched my heart seeing her suffer. But Jack told me that this is what she deserved for living off of other people's money for so long. In the end, I decided to completely cut her out of my life. I even went to the cell phone store and had my number changed.